Lagos State University, a citadel of learning where academic excellence is first, was established in 1983 and had had 7 past vice-chancellors. Professor Olaniwaju Adigun-Fagbonsan is the 8th substantive vice-chancellor of the institution. Professor Olaniwaju Adigun-Fagbonsan was appointed as the 8th substantive vice-chancellor of Lagos State University, Ojo, by the governor of Lagos State, Mr. Chimamanda Ambode, in 2015. The professor of environmental law had his job cut out to restore peace to the once troubled institution and set it on the path of sustainable development to be able to compete with other world-class universities within and outside Nigeria.
The Vice Chancellor is more of a big brother to all of us than a boss.
Our guest of honor today, the man of the moment, our amiable Vice Chancellor, Professor Larry Fabo, and his darling wife.
A very good personality, a good administrator. People think it's essential, but I say it's an enigma.
Someone who is humble, someone who has the fear of God.
To me, the Vice Chancellor is a leader not only in word but actually in deed.
He's a father, and he's not ordinary a father, he's a loving father.
He's a very hardworking and dogged man.
So I can say he's a father to everyone, and of course he's a manager.
Upon assumption of office on Monday 11th January 2016, the Akeson-born prince quickly set out his duties with remarkable gusto and speed. His first major task was to unite all aggrieved stakeholders and prevailed upon them to embrace peace, as without peace there can be no development.
Gentlemen of the press, we are all delighted to be here once again to interact with you on a subject of mutual interest.
With his open-door policy and an all-inclusive governance style, he gave the entire stakeholders a sense of belonging.
One of the things that is becoming very clear to the media is that for us here at the Lagos State University, we are all together, and that is what we have seen represented here today. It is one family, and we are together.
In the decision-making process of the institution, with the support and active participation of all stakeholders.
Historically, Lasu had gone through all sorts of, if you like, maladministration and all kinds of crises in the last, 10 years or so before he came. And since he came in, we all know, and because we can all see what is happening, the academic environment of Lasu, has been stabilized.
Go and check in terms of academic. The part-time program that we're having that's given the university another name in the past, things have normalized. He was able to do so. Go and check results. You will hardly see any student that can tell you that under 2-3 weeks after the exam, the result is out. Go back to academic staff, they will tell you that this is the first time somebody is coming to the in charge of MFA of the university, where your salary will not be delayed. You'll be rest assured on the 23rd, 24th, 25th, so consistent. This is the first time in the university. The last 2-3 years that this man has in the affairs of the university is crisis free. This is the first time we have a vice chancellor that knows what he's doing, how to push the members here, how to encourage and give them the necessary support, the tools that will enable you to achieve your result. And you can see in the area of research, it's encouraging quite a number of us to pursue more of that, which is one of the areas that academics is expected to work. I can tell you, if I can continue to mention, go back to in the past, where convocation will be delayed. This era whereby we have a convocation as at when due.
Let's take the area of peace. Over the past 3 years, the university have witnessed consistency in the area of peace and conflict resolution.
the fortunes of the 35-year-old institution began to turn steadily. No wonder the catchphrase, "We are Lasu, we are proud."
Let me place it on record that since he became the Vice Chancellor, we've never had any internal crisis. I mean, that is sure. All the ones that we have, all these strikes are externally motivated, maybe called by the Lasu National or Lasu National.
In close to about 3 years of his administration, there is a complete transformation of the university in every facet, so much so that Lasu is now the toast of all. Visible achievements of Professor Fagbon: massive promotion of stagnated and due staff, enhanced staff-student management relationship, institution of quality assurance process through the Quality Assurance Committee, massive transformation of physical infrastructure, takeoff of Lagos State University International School, Lasu is, institutionalization of Lasu Excellence Awards, and Lasu Christmas Carol, signing and issuing of thousands of outstanding certificates, consistent academic calendar, accreditation of hitherto unaccredited programs, and sustaining of the accreditation status of all programs run by the university. Improved security in campus, sanitization of Lasu external system, the creation of the Open and Distant Learning Research Institute, ODLRI, long service awards for staff, all-inclusive governance with the creation of committees for effective administration of the university, monthly breakfast meeting with student executive, buildings, Lasu New Senate Building, Student Arcade, Caverton Lecture Theatre, School of Agriculture Twin Building at Ekpe Campus, Faculty of Management Sciences.
Let's start from physical development. If a Vice Chancellor has spent less than 3 years, and we can name quite a number of structures here on ground, go back there to what we call the Los Baja building, you see the Regional Center there, you see more or less a mini shopping complex there, you see a structure coming up at the back of faculty there, referred to as Faculty of Management Science Complex. You move to social sciences, you see structure coming up and you see the pace. Beside my faculty, just at the back, you see a very big structure coming up that can meet up to the modern day technology in the name of CBT Center. Same thing go to social sciences, transport. You see at the back there, you see Center for Entrepreneur. Those are new things that comes up under him. You can continue like that. Recently, you have somebody that donated a 500 seater again. Courtesy of the same Vice Chancellor, you see another structure at the back of Health Center. Here we have what the Corporate Health Center, sponsored by the federal government.
The establishment and commencement of Lagos State University International School cannot be completed without the overwhelming support of this present administration under the leadership of Professor Olariwaju Adigun Fagbon.
In fact, I finished from Lasu how many years ago? So many things have changed. Lasu is now much more organized. We have so many infrastructures, that was not even there as far as 10, 11 years ago. Lasu is known for its high level of security. So even most of our customers prefer to come inside Lasu to do business with us rather than going to other branches because they know that the environment is highly secured.
You see, you want to say these structures are on before his emergence as the Vice Chancellor. But let me tell you, his capability added to the procurement and, of course, sustenance of this structure you see on campus.
So, the examples of what we know and what we see in other universities, for instance, where we studied, that's the kind of environment that is available here now, presently in Lasu. Where everything is going on smoothly and there is no, fear or intimidation in any way. And that is why we are enjoying what is going on now and we want it to continue. I mean, you can see some new buildings springing up. It is because it also has, some kind of connection with the town. I mean, which is the way universities are actually administered. there must be, a handshake between town and gown.
Because there hasn't been a time, at least in the recent past, that the Vice Chancellor has garnered so much support and goodwill. And that indeed gladdens my heart.
I rate him very highly, both in terms of his academic, commitment to academic development, and also in terms of his administrative, prowess.
If I have to rate him, well, I give him 70.
Oh, ordinarily, if not because to lose, I would have rated him 110%. But if I'm going to be in line with the normal rating, then I'll give him 100%.
Between 7 and 8 out of 10.
So I wish him, successful tenure, the remaining years that he has to spend, and I also wish him peace of mind and growth in his professional and personal pursuits.
Just want to say that he should continue what he's doing. He should be careful with the sycophants. Some people will come and tell him this and that. He should just make sure that he finds out when he gets information. He should make sure that he finds out about every information that he gets.
I pray that God will help him. God will surround him continually with his glory and his love. He will give him sound mind, good health to be able to actualize all that he has in mind. And God will always surround him with men and women of goodwill. And God will protect his family and bless him. Because when he gets distracted, by family issues, he might not be able to focus on what. So God will keep his family in the name of Jesus. And the university will continue to make progress under his leadership.